Qatar visitors rules that you must be aware of before traveling to attend FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Many questions have been raised about the conditions under which Qatar will receive fans from around the world for the prestigious football event between November 20th and December 18th. These questions stem from the conditions set by the host country to enjoy the World Cup finals, and the need to comply with them in order to avoid prosecution or fines. These conditions are a set of rules that guests are obliged to respect before entering Qatar. Due to limited accommodation, only match ticket holders will be allowed to enter Qatar starting November 1st. They can invite a maximum of 3 people who are not ticket holders, who will have to pay an entry fee of 500 Qatari riyals, equal to $140 if they are over 12 years old. After the group stage ends on December 2nd, it will not be necessary to have a ticket to enter the country. After purchasing tickets and completing accommodation reservations, or submitting documents proving that they will stay with family or friends, fans must apply for a Hayya card, which is considered an entry visa to the country, a ticket for matches, and a permit to use shared transportation for free and to access emergency services in public hospitals. Taking alcohol, drugs, and medication. Drinking alcoholic beverages for non-Muslims over the age of 21 is legal in Qatar, but it is done within a very limited framework. These drinks are not allowed in baggage, even if they were purchased at duty-free shops. Residents are allowed to buy alcoholic beverages from shops designated for that, and beer kiosks will open around the stadiums 3 hours before the match and up to 30 minutes before the start whistle, to be opened again for an hour after it ends. Fans can grab it at big hotels, where a single bottle of beer or glass of wine can cost more than $10 and a cocktail more than $15. In FIFA's main fan zone, alcohol will not be allowed until after 6:30 p.m. In other fan zones, the rules are different. All kinds of drugs are prohibited. The British Embassy in Doha says in its Guide for Expatriates to Qatar, published on its website, expect severe punishment, imprisonment, fine, or deportation in case of drug possession, even if in small quantities. For its part, the U.S. Embassy also recommends that fans check the legality of taking certain drugs in Qatar, especially stimulants and strong analgesics, and that they bring their own prescription with them. It is also recommended not to bring pork or any products that may be considered pornography. Hijab, extramarital affairs, and sexual and homosexual assaults. Hijab is not compulsory for women in Qatar, and it is recommended for everyone to dress modestly in public, i.e., to cover the shoulders and knees. This rule applies in government buildings, but in places frequented by foreigners it does not apply. Given the temperatures, which range from 15 to 30 degrees, and the air conditioning everywhere, it is advised to bring warm clothes. Relationships outside of marriage are prohibited in Qatar, but health authorities will not require women in need of medical treatment to bring a marriage certificate, even if they are pregnant. Embassies recommend that victims of sexual assault contact consular services before the authorities. Although there are laws criminalizing homosexuality, the Hayya Card website asserts that there are no restrictions on unmarried friends staying in the same room. The British Embassy notes that private life is very respected in Qatar. However, it warns that public displays of emotion, regardless of gender or sexual orientation, may be considered offensive. The U.S. Embassy explains that activities such as demonstrations, large gatherings, proselytizing, defending atheism, and giving speeches critical of the Qatari government or Islam may lead to prosecution. FIFA confirms that rainbow flags are welcome in the stadiums, while the Qatari authorities call for caution outside. The authorities recommend using free public transport. Qatar, which expects crowding during the World Cup, recommends that its visitors use free public transportation for Hayya card holders. The metro's working hours will be extended to 21 hours per day, between 6 in the morning and 3 in the morning, with the exception of Friday, a weekly holiday in Qatar, which is the day when the metro will start at 9 in the morning. The Doha Metro, with its 3 lines, provides direct access to 5 out of 8 stadiums. As for the other 3 stadiums, buses will be provided to continue the journey to them from the metro stations. Bus traffic will also be intensified to connect stadiums with important points in the capital, some accommodations and fan areas. Taxis and rental cars with drivers will be available. On one of the highways in Doha, a line will be designated for buses, taxis, police and emergency vehicles, and official vehicles. Violators who use this path without a permit will face a fine of up to 500 Qatari riyals, which is about $140. Vaccination against coronavirus is not required. Vaccination against COVID-19 or the presentation of negative tests are not required to enter Qatar. Those infected with COVID must be isolated for 5 days, then wear a mask for another 5 days. All private and public hospitals, health centers, clinics, and pharmacies will be open to all, and emergency health care is free in public hospitals for Hayya card holders. The emergency phone number in Qatar is 999, and the medical helpline is 16,000.